architect. This tutorial section of the game. I guess I'll get started with, well, construction. I'm not sure what you'll be using for me console. If you press the left D-pad, you will be brought to construction. Now when you start off, you will have several of these construction crews over here. This will be an empty lot, and you'll be given some money. Now, for now, this is a unlimited prison with limited money, so just wanted to see. I was basically doing this as a test to see how I run a criminally insane prison. It's not that much different from a regular one. There's a few differences. You have structures, which is concrete or brick, which you can. This is basically building a pre-made structure. Well, not pre-made, but something of this sort. It will take the money out of the unlimited funds, whatever, and it will deliver the construction material via a truck this way. Which will then be brought to deliveries. Your workmen will then grab the construction materials and bring them over to wherever you laid this foundation at, and they will begin constructing it immediately. You will have walls and doors. With this, basically, instead of structures, you could just build it yourself, or just build walls or whatever, like if you're trying to decorate or wall a certain area off. There are different types of walls, different types of things you can put in. Some of this is for decoration, the other is just practical use. Then you get to the doors. These are, well, they're doors. Jail doors, doors that are large, that can go this way if you turn them, or this way if you want. Solitary doors for if you want, put them on your cells or put them in the solitary. Doors for your staff. Remote doors, which we will get into much later. A road gate, which is, if you build it here, you can build walls that can wall off this area, and trust me, you'll want that. As well as dismantle walls and dismantle objects. As well as sell object if you want to get rid of something for the money. And it seems to have already completed it. Oops. Give me one moment. I trapped one of my workers in there. My mistake. Sorry about that. Next you will have flooring. This is mostly just, if you want to be practical, you don't need to use this. This is mostly just decor. Turn these little doors. How the fuck did one of you people die? Never mind that. Flooring. You can do the outside and the inside of your prison. It will cost some money to do so, but it just adds a little bit of decor, makes it a little more nicer instead of just having concrete all over the dang place. And you can, as you can see, there's a bunch of it, the different tiles, and just cell floor. Sorry about that. Landscaping islands. This is mostly for the outside. You want grass, you want gravel, act like a pathway, or do you want to just put water everywhere? Quick islands, I'm still exploring this option, and this is mostly for if you build an island prison. There's some benefits to that. There might be a few weaknesses to it. This also, again, prison island, and as you can see, a lot of decoration. Rooms. When you build a structure like this, you can designate it as a certain room. Each room will have a different purpose, such as the armory, the canteen, the cells, the self-padded, and just, you have several different options. And as you can see on where it says, where our guard dogs live and rest, there's a minimum size, meaning it has to be that big in order to be made that room and be tagged as such. Now, some rooms can just be as big as you want them. Others can be just a sliver, a small amount. But most will require a certain size in order to be built. And they will also require, like, if I put down visitation, you will see it says missing. I will go ahead and press the X button, and it will say it needs a visitor table and visitation booth, as some rooms will require a certain amount of be placed in before it can be designated as a room and be used. Objects, you could just go ahead and if you see down here, you could say purchase objects, or you could just scroll over here and get them yourself. Either way, it will bring you to this screen. I'll explore this option at a later date. You will also have a power supply. This is basically how you will get your prison up and running. You will need both a power supply and you will need a water supply. Power supply, you will require a generator to be placed down in any room that you designated, but you will also require a power capacitor. You see these little capacitors all the way over around here? That one was just carrying the dead body, excuse me. These give your prison more power. Basically, if I take one of these out, this little bar will shrink by a bit. And little. And if this red gauge ever fills it up, there will be a blackout. It will basically shut down power to your prison. You do not want that. So you just build these capacitors, as well as put these electrical cables around in order to hook it up, and then you just start, well, basically do that to get power to your prison. As you can see here, this is basically how I've done it. You can do it any way you want, but if you want power to your prison, then you're gonna have to do that. You see here, as you can see, these little lights are blinking. This means that there is no power to this room that I built. Well, the electrical cables, they will be transported via the truck, take it to delivery, and then one of the workers would grab it, take it to wherever. As you can see, this guy has to see, workers already putting them in place. Let me just speed this up a little bit. There's a little bees, ain't they? And wait for it. Wait for it. Just like that. When the cables are connected, there will be power to the room. Now, water supply operates in a similar way. There are plenty of things that in your prison you will need water to. The toilets, the showers, the kitchen with the sink. All this will require power, and it will require, well, it won't require power, but it will require these large pipes and little pipes. But as you can see here in power supply, you will need to connect it to the water pump station. And from there, you connect, well, this is how I do it. I've placed water pipes all around it, large pipes, and then I use these smaller pipes to connect them. Now, then I use the large pipes to, well, they're built into the wall or just leading to where I need them. And then these little pipes will be what gives you your source of water into these objects that require them. Now, surveillance, I will explain later on. Automatic doors, same. Wiring. I will explain cloning. Cloning is a tool that you will later unlock with the bureaucracy. I'll explain that later on. Which lets you copy and then ta-da! Basically, the layout that basically, if you want to copy a room and save yourself a lot of hassle, you could basically copy the design and then place it down however often you need it. Planning is a entirely different, well, first look. When you do place it on the copy room, the materials will arrive and the workers will get right to it. Though, well, let me just speed this up. And ta-da! If you designate the room beforehand, it will go ahead and designate everything. Everything that you include in the room, everything you include outward. And let's move on to planning. Planning is like the structural, only instead of it building it automatically, you design it yourself. You will have walls, you will have objects, and then you have pathways. And then you will have the build option, erase, and then clear plans. If you don't like the way you plan it out, you can just say clear plan, and you can try again. Now say you do like it, but you want to remove a few things. Well, all you gotta do is say erase plan, highlight what you want to erase, and ta-da! Now if you do end up adding on to, like, so what this is, you do not want this to be shown right there, because otherwise it will take down the wall as it's planning it out. Now demolition is exactly as it is. Dismantle an object. Dump an object. Dismantle will only dismantle it so it can go into storage. Here. Dump an object will mean that dump it and bring it over to the garbage. Demolish a wall will demolish the wall, as it says. Bulldoze will just bulldoze everything. Just destroy everything that is highlighted. Clear indoors. Clear away everything in a room, including interior walls. Concrete tiles will replace any flooring at your expense. And remove tunnels, well, that's gonna come in a later video. And there you have it. I've explained everything there is to know about the construction menu. If you do have questions, please post them in the comments, and I will respond as soon as possible. Next, I do believe I will be doing the reports, or the prison running, whichever one that might come first, in order to help you understand how to run these prisons. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Thank you, and hope you tune in next time.